Hey, good morning. It is Tuesday. I hope you're having a good morning so far. It is still pitch black here. So I'm sitting in my car with the lights on because truly it's so dark here still this morning. It's 7:30. I'm in Indiana, so 7:30 in the morning. But anyway, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Today is obviously, in my world, a Type 1 Tuesday. So I come on here every week and I share something with you about Type 1, whether it be our journey or a fact or something that other people wish you knew about Type 1. And I do that to raise compassion and understanding around the battle. And the other day, my 11-year-old said to me, "Mom, you don't ever advocate for autism." And I said, "Buddy, you're right, because Type 1 has affected our family, so therefore it's become a passion of mine and it's become a calling of mine. But I absolutely support any cause and any sweet mama or daddy that battles that with their child." So I choose to focus on Type 1, and I explained to Noah that when something touches your family directly, all of a sudden, you become an advocate for it, because that's the only way to make the world softer for people who are enduring and fighting. And so since Molly's fighting Type 1, that is my cause and my passion that I hope to spread awareness. So happy Type 1 Tuesday. What I wanted to share with you today, I asked the question a few weeks ago of parents, what do you wish other people knew about Type 1? And a couple moms wrote back that we're not always strong. And so I private messaged them and said, what do you mean by that? And they said, people always say to them, or often say to them, gosh, you're so strong, or how are you strong all the time? Or, you're always so positive about Type 1. I don't know how you do it. I couldn't do that if I were you. And so a couple things. First of all, you could. If it was your baby fighting the battle, you would be right there with them. Would you want to have to fight that battle with them? No. But if your child endures something, of course, you want to be right there beside them. That's our job. That's our role. And to the other part of how do you do it? How are you so positive? Listen, everybody who knows me well knows there's moments I am not always positive. There are moments I cry. There are moments that I hurt. But my job is to try to face it with as much positivity as possible, because Molly's watching. So any of us who have kids with Type 1, our kids watch how we respond, and their response to it often is fed from our response. So if we go around and we're angry all the time about it and ticked off, then that's probably the attitude and emotion that they're going to take on about it. If we walk around and try to be a little bit sunny side up and admit it when it's hard, but try to face it with positivity, that's hopefully the emotion that they'll associate it with it as well. So what they want you to know is they may walk around and have a positive attitude, but it doesn't mean there aren't hard moments. And it doesn't mean that our hearts still don't break when we see our kids endure shots or bad appointments. But our role, part of our role as a Type 1 parent, as a Type 1 caregiver, is to try to show our kids how to face it with positivity, and how to face it and face the world with something that other people don't see, and to do so with as normal of a lifestyle as they possibly can. We want our kids to thrive in the world just like every other child. And although they have some extra hurdles to cross, they can do it with positivity. And in doing that, they're actually teaching the world something, and they're showing some grit, and they're showing some tenacity, and they're showing some courage that most kids don't have to face. So actually, these little people that are walking around are teaching all of us a great lesson. And that is, face what the world throws at you with the most grace, love, and positivity that you possibly can. So, do we struggle as parents? Every single day. I can tell you that I see parents post things on Facebook, and then I'll get a private message from them or a text message from them, and their post on Facebook's pretty positive, and then their text to me is pretty raw and hurting. But what we want to show the world, and what we try to demonstrate as much as possible, is that Type 1 is a battle that you can face. Type 1 is a battle you can fight, and Type 1 is a battle that we want your support to help cure. So our kids are amazing. They remain positive. They are a light to us. So therefore, as parents, we try to be a light to them, because that's our role, that's our job, and that's what hopefully we all do for each other in this world, whether it's Type 1 or anything else. Is life's not always perfect, and you don't always mean to portray a sunny, or this perfect little picture. This journey is not perfect, but in our imperfections, we can find positivity and we can find a way to face it with grace. And that's what our goal is. And that's what we try to do. So that is what a couple type 1 mamas want you to know. It's not always easy. Are we positive? Do we try to be positive? Yes, but that doesn't mean that we're always strong and that it's not ever hard. So until next week, I hope you guys have a great week. I hope that you find positivity in your day-to-day with whatever you face. And if you find a hard moment, think about some of these kids that endure this kind of stuff every single day and dig deep, and maybe they'll give you some inspiration like they do me every single day. Please fight with us until type 1 is type none, and I'll see you guys next week.